This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for February 12th, 2024. It's currently December 18th, 2023, 7:33 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $471.97. That's USD. And the shuffle video that we're going to play for you in just a moment was created on December 5th, 2023 at 8:52 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video here in the corner. So the overall theme and behavior for the 12th, we have a near overbought peak that we sell off from pretty notably through multiple support levels. It's also cross-reading congruency energy with the Hangman card. So Hangman card here on the 12th kind of lines up as far as the correlations. Behavior around the high side, we push the upper end of a range higher, at least on a one-day chart there to reach the high. And behavior around the low slow, we have a decline that increases with momentum moving forward into the low. The high and the low are also within close time proximity to each other. And I'm advised to trade around a U-shaped dip with two peaks on either side. Before we go any further, I want to make sure everybody's aware the whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. And we do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. It's an unwritten agreement between the universe and anybody utilizing this information for profit. As long as you follow the rule of karma, the universe will allow you to continue profiting from this information. And the rule of karma is as follows. 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities here on the resources tab of our website. Just click and help cure cancer. It's so easy. And then 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel through one of these links to help support the channel and say thank you, leaving you with 90% of the money. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. So in the pre-market, we have a notable move higher. It'll stand out on a one-day chart, reaching for a distant resistance. There's a high right around the open that forms when we have a rally along a diagonal trend line that ends with a fat sudden move higher and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. It looks like out of the open, we have a pretty notable decline, but that decline is followed by a notable move higher standing out on a one-day chart. And there's a trade opportunity in the midst of that notable move higher. I'll talk about as we progress through this reading. I'll look at it in more detail. I think that rally between 10 and 11, there's a decline after that rally between roughly 11 and 12. That decline ends with a fat sudden move higher, probably just before 12 o'clock. There's an important range on a multi-day scale that's highlighted between 12 and 1-ish, probably coming up against the upper end of a range multiple times there. Okay, so here's the U-shaped dip, right? Here's a peak, and there's like this U-shaped dip in between. Well, in any case, there's this rally that increases with momentum moving forward in time between roughly 1 and 2, and then like a peak between like 1 and 3 o'clock. There's a peak there that forms from that rally and a notable decline around 2:30 that takes us into a key support level. And on a one-day chart in the last hour, we do sideways rotation along that key support, and then it looks like there's a notable decline right around the close. Sneak preview for the following day. There's an important resistance level highlighted on the 13th. It'll be able to notate it because it'll be like flat, like we'll flatten out around it. And we'll talk about the 13th in more detail when we get into it. In the midst of this rally here between roughly 10 and 11, I would probably open up a short position for a swing trade, a multi-day swing trade. And then if we're in a low here around like 12 to 2, before that rally that increases with momentum, taking us back to a peak, if I catch it right, I would open up a long position. It looks like a pretty interesting day tomorrow. We've got low correlation and high correlation, and it kind of looks like that around the 12th as well here. We'll talk about it in more detail when we get into the 13th. And that's SPY for the 12th. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, make sure to follow that rule of karma. We're counting on you here at Tarot for Traders. Blessings to all my angel investors. Love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.